Hello everyone, welcome back to Timsy Naked Tarot if you are a regular viewer. If you are a regular viewer, you know we're doing a World's Events read. Well, you know that from the thumbnail as well, and probably the title. But if you are new here, what I do is I use this deck of risk cards to bring in the area that the universe wants to talk about. And there it is. And then I will use this deck here, which is reserved just for these reads. Okay, I have a list which I use, which has various different things on it: earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, civil unrest, things like that. It does have some nice things in it as well, and I compare. I pull cards out at sort of solstice time, equinox time, to correspond with said things on list, and then there we have it. So we are dealing with Iceland today. So I want to talk about Iceland. It'd be interesting if I see the volcano card come out. I will let you know in advance, just so we don't have any cries of whatever. The King of Cups would be the volcano card. Okay, so we got the Knight of Spears. I don't know why I'm doing this bit. I don't normally do this bit on these reads. And we got the 10 of Cups coins in reverse. Well, the Knight of Spears is like a passionate go-getter, someone who goes out there and just gets what they want when they want to, that sort of thing. The 10 of Pentacles in reverse, well, that could be sort of a lack of wealth. Okay, there could be an event what happens which causes, I don't know, the Icelandic, not sure what they use over there, dollar perhaps, to lose value. Here we go. This is what it wants to talk about. We have got the 8 of coins. That's going to be our main energy. I'll put you on pause for a second while I check my book to see if the 8 of coins corresponds with anything on my list, and then I will get back with you. Well, the 8 of coins by itself is not on my list, but obviously when I'm shuffling the cards, sometimes 2 or 3 different cards come out for the same event. And the 3 and 5 of coins actually came out for wildfires. Well, 3 and 5 together make an 8. So there could be some issue with wildfires. Maybe some wildfires rip through some plantations, if they have plantations in Iceland. I know they do bananas up in Iceland because of the geothermal systems that they have up there. They can heat their greenhouses extremely cheaply and grow tropical things like bananas there. But anyway, we'll just crack on with this read. I'm going to call it something to do with work. Now, okay, there's work. We saw that 10 of Pentacles in reverse in here as well. So perhaps for whatever reason, the main economics, there you go, of Iceland is being hit by something. Yes, it is very possible it could be getting hit by a volcano. Is Iceland the right way up there? I'm sure that little lump should be down here. But anyway, yeah, obviously there are volcanic eruptions going on in Iceland at the moment. And yes, it probably is affecting work and the economics of Iceland. But it sits right on the rift zone of the Mid-Atlantic Rift. It's the fastest growing island in the world because every year it pulls apart a little bit more and gets a little bit bigger. It's growing both ways. Most islands just like grow up like a volcano, but this land mass is actually growing both ways. It's one of the fastest growing land masses on the planet currently at the moment. And so, yeah, there could be an issue work-wise. Tourism is also a big money maker for Iceland. So it is possible that we could be having some sort of tourism issues with Iceland at the moment. I'm just going to pull another 3 cards out. Just to basically see what the hell it's talking about. The 2 of Cups, 3 of Cups in reverse, and the Chariot. Okay, so the 2 of Cups in reverse. Well, the Two of Cups is a coming together of energies, and in reverse, obviously, the energies are not coming together for whatever reason. And the Three of Cups is a card of, well, partying, revelry, reunions, and the like. It's actually a card of group communication. So, again, it kind of bows with what I said about the tourist trade. Okay, obviously, the tourists aren't coming. The party and revelry is not happening. They're both in reverse. But we have got the Chariot in reverse. And if you look in the Chariot, this is actually quite a good depiction of the Chariot, even though it doesn't actually have a chariot on there, because all the people in the foreground, they've all got their arms up in celebration. It's like they've just won something they never thought they were going to win, possibly bringing down a huge dragon, which brings us into the volcanoes and fire breathing again. But it could be a case of, although they might be suffering with the tourism trade, there could be something else what suddenly comes about, which gives them an out, gives them a victory against the odds. Okay, we'll get some clarifiers on it out of my Viking deck. We'll have a little look-see at what they want to talk about with these. Yeah, it's literally, I just leave this up to the universe to tell me what it wants to tell me about. So it doesn't always go to plan. It doesn't always work out to be something on my preset list. Obviously, it wants to talk to me about the work in Iceland at the moment. Okay, so oh look, the Two of Cups in the upright. We got the Two of Cups in the upright and the Five of Pentacles. I'm doing this all last about face. I'd normally shuffle for each one of these, but we're just going for it, are we? Okay. So, yeah, the Five of Pentacles in reverse and the Two of Cups in the upright. Now, the Five of Pentacles is an energy of worrying about the unexpected, bills and things like that. Financial problems, what might just come out of nowhere. And, well, let's face it, Iceland probably has got quite a few financial problems at the moment with volcanoes going off, lava going over roads, threatening power stations, having to rebuild the roads. This is all coming out of the public coffers. Cities and towns being threatened by lava flows, industries closing down, farmland not being able to be used, etc., etc. There seems to be a lot of worrying about that, and this could be worrying about the tourism bit of it all. Yeah, obviously, Iceland's in winter at the moment. You're getting a little bit of tourism. I don't know what your biggest trades of tourism are, but I would imagine you'd be getting some tourism for those people who like to go and see the Northern Lights. So they might be coming up to you at the moment, or might not be, as the case may be. And maybe as the summer's approaching, yeah, you're worrying that things might get worse. But we got that victory at the end there with the Chariot, and it's showing up as the Two of Cups again. And I feel there is a coming together of energy. There is something drawing people in, but it's not expected. So it could be, I don't know. It could be something. I tell you what, let's just get a clarifying card out on that and see if that can tell me anything else about it. But there's something I feel unexpected sort of going to happen in Iceland, which is going to make tourism prosper there. It's going to make people flock there to see it or be part of it. I don't think it's anything to do with the volcanoes or anything like that, but let's have a little look-see. The Five of Swords. Okay, the Five of Swords is a sacrificial energy. It's like sometimes sacrificing yourself one way or another, either making the sacrifice to make something possible. For instance, you've just been caught in a bear trap, you chop off your ankle so you can get away. Okay, you've sacrificed your foot, but you're still alive. You're not going to starve to death in a bear trap or get eaten by the bear the trap was originally made for. But it could be that the government are subsidizing flights over there, subsidizing hotels and the like, bringing in cheap flights and cheap hotel stays and things to draw them in. If you build it, they will come. Okay, our Three of Cups has got the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Wands in reverse. Three of Cups is in reverse as well, by the way, just in case you joined late or you've skipped. And so the Eight of Cups, the Eight of Swords tends to be an energy of like not really paying attention to what you're doing, or in this particular case, not really thinking outside the box. Okay, we haven't got the celebrations, we haven't got the people coming, we haven't got the communal communication. And I would say that the powers in charge can only see one thing. Oh, we have hot springs, we have active volcanoes, we will try to bring people in for that. And they're overlooking something else, something big and obvious, which they can be doing. Perhaps it might be through this volcanic activity, it's opened up a new cave system, and it brings in lots of cavers who want to be the first people to explore these caves. Who knows what might be in those caves? Who knows when those caves got closed up? Seven of Wands in reverse is kind of telling me someone's coming out of this Eight of Swords, or a group of people are coming out of this Eight of Swords mentality. And because the Seven of Wands tends to be someone on their high horse, someone defending their point of view, their corner. So when it's in reverse, it's kind of like, well, okay, well, I'm not defending it anymore. Maybe we do have to look at other options. And maybe by looking at those other options, it then leads to this Chariot. So the Chariot is being clarified by the Page of Cups and the Judgment card. Okay, and that's quite interesting. And because in this deck, or in the Viking mythology, this is all about Ragnarok, the end of the world, when the old gods die and new gods come and replace them. Okay, and this is all about romantic thinking and sort of like new love and immature imaginings. Okay, so it could be that this new avenue of, because it is going with this victory card of the Chariot there, this new avenue they are opening up is maybe like living history, so to speak. Maybe they're going to open up like a town or a city somewhere, preferably, hopefully, away from the volcanoes. Okay, and they're opening it up in like the Viking era, the Viking heyday, and you can come and you can stay as a Viking, or you can learn how the Vikings used to live and things. So the people who live in this city are like blacksmiths, who are traditional blacksmiths, and fletchers. And if you don't know what a fletcher is, it's someone who makes an arrow, and thatchers, which is someone who does roofs, and so on and so on. And they live like the Vikings do. I think there's a place in Bulgaria what does that, but I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, so it could be something like that. There is sort of like a second chance, and I don't know. I'm just thinking that way. It's like a sort of like fantasy new beginning of a second chance, and this is all about Ragnarok, which is the end of something, the end of things, but it's the beginning of something else. In the tarot deck, Judgment would be the end of the journey. Yeah, you get to the end of your lesson and you either pass the test or you fail the test. If you pass the test, you move on to the next lesson. You start a new journey. If you fail the test, you go back to being the fool and you start all over again as the fool. Okay, which means basically you have to redo the lesson. Okay, so obviously the universe wants us to look at another card. I was just literally picking them up to put them out of the way because I've nearly finished the read. So, okay, the Fool. So maybe it's lessons not learned. Okay, maybe what I said about starting a nice Viking village, a living history village or something like that, is where they're going with this. Lessons not learned? Maybe they're doing it right next to an active volcano. Well, that would be a nice backdrop, wouldn't it? Oh yeah, don't worry about if it decides it's going to come into our village and wipe everyone out. So this Judgment card is saying, yeah, they're getting a second chance. They're getting a second chance to gain this victory on this new, I don't know, tourism drawing idea someone's had. but they're going to go down the same old route they always do, and they're not learning any lessons from what is currently happening in their country. So watch out for that in the news. Watch out for some mind-boggling information in Iceland, like the Marriott chain is opening a hotel in Grindavik. There you go. That would be one. That would be this exactly. But no offense to Marriott hotels. Okay, it's a hotel chain what popped into my head. Don't even know if Marriott hotels do hotels outside of England. I don't know. But anyway, so there you go. Just keep an eye out in the news for stupidity in Iceland. I hope you enjoyed the read. If you did, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. Let me know that you liked the read. If you didn't like the read, drop in the comments why you didn't like the read. And you can hit the thumbs down button if you want and let me know that way. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I suggest you do so, because if you do, you kind of volunteer your energies to the tarot team pot, which in turn makes not so much readings like this, but my general readings resonate with you on a more personal level. Okay, until the next time you're watching one of my videos, you will be good out there.